After months and months of having my pantry items boxed up, I finally have shelves and I'm starting to get things out of boxes. If you're new here, my name is Amy Cross and this is The Cross Legacy, where I teach you how to save money on groceries. All of the food that is in our house, we have bought on a grocery budget of $135 per person. For the last 2 years, it's just been my husband and I, but this time last year, we were starting to box up our house to get it ready to sell, and then we moved into our new house and had to do a lot of remodeling before we could unbox things in the pantry. So for months, I have been using all of those things that I had packed up for a starter kitchen and was trying not to unpack extra boxes until we were ready for them. I made sure also all of the boxes that had food in them never went into storage, that they came directly here to the house, and everything was sealed up for long-term storage. If you want to watch the old videos that I had made in the old house, we have those from last January where I went through every item I had in my pantry, and then as we were moving things into a closet, I was also showing that as we had packed things down. So in this unfinished part of our basement, we showed during our moving in tour, but we were able to get a new freezer down here and put our chest freezer. And if it's getting picked up in the mic, our furnace just kicked on, which is something new for us because we only had baseboard heating in our old house. So this house is 80 years old, and when we moved in, we found we had 80 years worth of problems that people had changed water lines and fixed things over the years, and even some electrical issues that we had to deal with. And before we even moved anything in, we made sure to finish the floor first. So that is now sealed with like a garage epoxy sealing on it. And so you can actually walk in here barefoot and not feel like you're stepping on anything. So there was a lot of things that Mike and our friend Josh were doing to make sure that this was ready and safe for us. And now we finally have the shelves against the wall and I can start unpacking. We did put tint on the window here. Don't worry, we have many windows in this basement that are egress windows that are safe for us to get out. So it's okay, even in this one room, that we're covering up this one window. But with the film we put up on the window, I'm realizing it's still letting in too much light to have my canned items up there. So I am going to be moving some stuff around before it gets warmer. Right now it's only 42 degrees out, so I am not worried about too much sunlight hitting my canned items that are up there on the shelf, but I will be moving them to a darker spot. But I was so glad to unpack the heavy boxes that had things like our jams and salsas and extra ketchup that I had canned and we had ready in our pantry. They were just stored in a box. And since I haven't done any canning now in a year, it's great to be able to see exactly what I have left and what I need to use up. And it was also a great challenge for us last year as we were going through trying to use up as much of the canned items as we could to figure out what recipes that I had canned that we really didn't love. The baked beans were something that we ended up eating through because we didn't want to waste them, but they weren't a favorite and I won't be making them again. Most of our other pantry staples are in glass jars that have the metal lids, and we have found that our shipping boxes that we use to mail out our books, those cases that they come in fit 3 of these jars just perfectly. So all the things that we were moving from our pantry all got moved in book boxes or in book shipping boxes, which is just kind of fun. As we were getting ready to move, I was also trying to use up as many of the canned items that I could to make sure that things were getting rotated and we were using them up, but we still really believe in having food security also. So some things like the beans, I was making sure that we still had some canned items left, but still trying to use up what I could. So I'm always looking at those expiration dates and knowing how long past the expiration date the things are good for. And this is a great example. When I bring items home, especially because I'm getting older and this writing is getting harder to see, I always write with a Sharpie on it the date that that writing says it's supposed to be the best by. And then I know for like canned chicken, that is good 3 years past that date. So I have until 27 to end up eating this chicken. And as you can see with our pantry, it's mostly single ingredient items are things that I stock. We are an allergy family, and I try to focus on the ingredients as much as possible that I'm bringing into our household. So as I'm unpacking our canning stuff and the canning supplies, I can't wait to start canning again and getting things on the shelves when I'm getting them at the best price. And I really missed not having liquid ready to pour chicken stock or beef stock, so that way we don't have to wait for it to defrost if I had put it in a jar. So that is probably one of the first things after I get my pressure canner unpacked that I'm going to be canning. Make sure that you are following along so I can continue to show you how I'm using these ingredients to make meals.